folks. It is time for science. So, this is going to be your agenda for Monday and Tuesday, April 6th and 7th, depending on whether you're first or second period. The objective for today is to introduce ions and Lewis dot structures. So I'm going to talk really quickly about your ions and Lewis dots notes, and then the notes quiz that you will be taking afterwards. So we're going to go into Schoology. And when we go into Schoology, you'll see the Hangouts right here on the announcements. So again, feel free to join during class time. I will be doing very similar things to Screencast, but also give you an opportunity to ask questions. So we're going to go into the week of April 6th, 2020, where we're going to begin our bonding unit. And everything in here is pretty much organized by the day. So you're going to find the note taker and the PowerPoint in here. You should have this note taker already in your take-home packet, but you will need the Ions in Lewis dots PowerPoint. So we'll open that up. It'll most likely have you download it, and I'm going to open it as soon as it's done here. So these notes are fairly straightforward here. There's a little bit of a question of the day like we have been doing. So that should be really good practice to remember protons, neutrons, electron levels, and so on and so forth. So try those in earnest before going through, as well as this review question about our how many electrons should an atom have. So here are our new contents with ions. So ions is when we have an imbalance of protons and neutrons. And so if you have more electrons than protons, you're going to be negative. And if you have less electrons than protons, you're going to be positive. So you might remember oxidation numbers, and this actually tells us a lot about ions and whether something will be one of the two types of ions, a cation or an anion. So a cation is positively charged, and these are going to include groups 1, 2, and 13. Anions are negatively charged, and these are going to be groups 15, 16, and 70. And whether or not an atom will gain or lose electrons is depending on how close are they to that valence shell again. So you'll remember for some atoms it's a lot easier to gain a couple of electrons to have the full outer shell. For some of them it's a lot easier to lose. The way I remember cation versus anion is that cats are positive. So cations have that positive charge. There's a quick video to watch, very short, but explains it pretty well. And then this is just a reminder of those oxidation numbers and how that'll relate to cation versus anion. Those are our cations, these are our anions. And our noble gases will never have a charge. So you might remember the Lewis dot structure bonding game. So you drew these valence electrons on the outside and you gave them their oxidation numbers. And these are actually really similar to what a Lewis dot structure would look like. Lewis dots, you're basically just putting the dots in that valence shell around the atom. Some sort of, I guess the word is subtlety, is that when you're drawing a Lewis dot, you are going to try and put them on opposite sides. So if we're drawing oxygen here, you're going to draw this dot first, then this one, then this one, then this one, and then you start giving them pairs. It's kind of like when you are in a different or strange place, you don't know anybody, you don't necessarily want to sit right next to a stranger. So if there's, 2 seats, 2 seats, 2 seats, 2 seats, there's one person here and it's someone you don't know, you might not want to sit right next to them. So electrons follow the same rule. That has to do with electric charge and that electromagnetic force. But that's just something we're not going to freak out about, but something to think about. So, you basically already drew Lewis dot structures, and you'll get some practice drawing these Lewis dot structures in your notes. These are some really good examples for you to come back to. And then these are really helpful when we're thinking about bonding. So chlorine, we can see, has 7 valence electrons, and in order for it to have a full shell, it only needs 1 more. Magnesium has 2. So you actually need 2 chlorines to have this molecule have a neutral charge. And you'll get some practice with that. This video not only talks about valence electrons, but also a little bit about bonding. So, more practice with that in the end of the PowerPoint. I do ask that you do try to do the practice first, and then go ahead and check yourself using the PowerPoint. Now, the ultimate test of whether you understand this. Obviously, you're going to take the notes in your note taker, but I'm not asking you to take pictures of it and submit it onto Schoology like we did with our review last week. What you're going to be doing instead is you're going to go back into this week of April 6th, and you're going to take this quiz over ions and Lewis dot structure notes. This is a quick 3-question quiz in which you get to assess your knowledge and whether you really understand what we just learned today during your notes. The only other thing to worry about today is to take care of this attendance question before 4 p.m. Again, this is just kind of a how you doing kind of question. It's nothing that has to do with the content, so it should be quick and easy to get it done. I have been really enjoying reading these from you all. I appreciate having that connection with you. Even if you're not joining the Google Hangout, know that I appreciate you answering those questions and interacting. It really makes me feel good, and I hope that you're enjoying that opportunity to share a little bit about how life is going for you. So that's all you need to do today for our agenda. Take the quiz, do your notes, and then take the notes quiz. It's a 3-question quiz. You are allowed to use your notes on it, obviously, and I think that would be a great idea because you can also see if you took good notes. All right, that's it for Monday and Tuesday. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time, folks. Bye.